One.
Thank you so much for joining us on our second episode of our BS Talks podcast. I'm here joined by
Dr. Basiso.
Dr. Basiso, and I'm Dr. Shahir. Today we have a very special episode because it's our first one. The first one was
like the first proper episode
First
where we
proper
talk about
episode.
things, the first episode was more of like us introducing ourselves and what you're going to be expecting from the show. But this now is where we actually start showing what we're going to do on the show.
showing and talking about what we're going to do on
And
the show.
talking about it, yeah.
Yeah. So you don't know the topic for today.
No, today is Shahir's episode. He's the one leading the topic. So
Yeah.
we decided on and agreed on making every episode controlled or like managed by someone for it to be a more interesting chat, because I don't know what he's gonna talk about, and when it's my episode he doesn't know what I'm gonna talk about, and we make it like interactive as much as possible.
Yeah.
So go ahead, what's today's topic? Or
Okay.
what's today the title of the episode?
The title of the episode. What better way to start our first episode than to talk about why we chose dentistry?
Why we chose
Dentistry. We can delve deeper into it, but as the first question, it's going to be, why did you choose dentistry? What made you decide, I want to do dentistry?
Okay, this goes way back.
Way back.
For me, it was there wasn't ever another option than dentistry. And this goes back to when I was a kid. Just clicked. My grandmother used to call me doctor.
Oh, wow.
And ever since, I was like, yeah, I have to be a doctor. But let's go in why dentistry.
Okay.
My aunt, her husband, is a dentist.
Okay, mashallah.
And as a kid, I used to remember him visiting us when my aunt when she first got engaged, and used to go to his clinics. And ever since, I just fell in love with the profession. And then when it came to actually joining uni, I was like, yeah, dentistry is the first option. And when I actually started applying to universities, I thought, what if I didn't get into dentistry?
Yeah.
Like, what's the second option?
What would it have been?
I would have followed my dad's steps and went into finance, but thank God that,
my dad's doing finance.
Actually?
Yeah, he's a finance manager.
We're fifth year now.
Yeah.
We came a long way, but this is mainly the reason why. What about
That's
you?
fair. Me, I never ever did I think about dentistry. Never. I didn't think about anything to do with science. High school, I almost failed science. My teacher had to boost me 8% to pass in physics. That's how bad I was at science. And for me, it was always computer engineering. It was always engineering, some sort of engineering. But then somehow I just ended up
it was a huge transition.
Yeah,
how could you go from engineering, a college, to another
engineering to law to dentistry?
And
but I don't know.
Went from Canada all the way to the UAE.
Next question is, what about your first year experiences?
I would say, if you remember CISO, I'll probably put a picture now. CISO first year.
Right here.
Right there, yeah. The CISO first year and the CISO now are two different people.
Yeah.
Whether it was how I used to look, my beard was non-existent.
And the hair was...
hair was crazy.
The hair was crazy.
I was a bit of a nerd, I was considered antisocial.
Very antisocial.
Very antisocial. All I used to do was sit in the lecture hall and read manga and watch anime, and that was pretty much it. This guy who only studies and watches anime.
Yeah.
But, character development. I've developed over the 5 years.
I was the guy that was making fun of you.
Yeah, and
I was
now,
sitting,
look at us now.
Yeah, best friends.
Let's go.
Next question.
What about your experiences?
My first. Okay, thank you for asking.
Because we didn't know who we like each other in first year.
Yeah, first year I was very antisocial. I loved keeping to myself. I wanted to just play games on my own. I wanted to just go to uni and come back and never see anyone. I just wanted to just play on my computer. That's it. Just do my own thing.
Was that personal preference, or was it?
It was personal. No, it was very personal. I love my alone time. Even now, I love just, doing my own thing. So I was always just alone until I think second year. mid second year, and that's when I started becoming social and becoming friends with everyone.
And I feel like now that COVID, because I was at the time first year, like half of it was blended learning because of COVID.
Yeah.
So second year, it helped a lot that there was like no more masks and no
Yeah.
more quarantining.
Yeah. You actually got to see
lockdowns.
people. Yeah.
So you actually got to meet people, you know, and
Yeah.
people learned how to socialize again. Actually, like
Very
there
true.
was an issue with socialization at the time.
Exactly. So aside from first year, we were just taking classes like anatomy and this and that. There was no clinics, but what about first experiences in the clinic? So we started clinic in third year.
We started clinics in third year, but
Yeah.
there was a preparation year, which was second year. It was like pre-clinicals. We worked
Yeah.
on these phantom heads. A picture right there.
Yeah,
Or
but
a
not
video of us working.
not the phantom heads though. I'm talking about the
I
actual
show them
clinic.
what it looks like.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. But
We'll
like,
show you this and show you that.
yeah,
We should decide.
we can start
look.
pointing. Yeah,
No,
we
it's
should
like
decide where to point.
Here, there, but it's basically gonna be here. Like because of the introductory episode, I started the edit here, so I feel like it's nice to put them in the middle.
Yeah. But working on actual patients, clinic.
My first ever patient was an extraction. You know.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's.
Oh yeah.
The car wash of a picture right there.
Oh, the picture with me and him.
Yeah.
Right there. There you go.
In the car wash, I met him, and we needed at the time a removable complete denture, not even a complete denture, like where you had to remove all the patient's teeth, or if the patient didn't have teeth, replace it with a denture. So by chance, I went to wash my car, and then I see the guy who works there. He had a few remaining teeth that were hanging on to dear life. And I told him, let's go to the clinic. And we did it for him. But
you had to beg his manager to.
Yeah, I had to. I told him, I'll wash cars if you need it. Because it was that hard to find patients, you know, when you're first starting and whatever. So when it first happened, we had to extract his teeth. I don't know if we're supposed to be sharing information like this, but ethics, dental ethics.
No. Oh yeah. I mean, you said his name.
No, but
patient confidentiality.
Should we bleep it?
Yeah, I think we'll have to.
Bleep it, yeah.
But I think you can talk about it, just not the name. It's fine. Yeah.
So the patient, when we gave him anesthesia, he wasn't comfortable because it probably was his first time in the clinic.
Okay.
And from seeing all this blood and whatever, instead of being scared or nauseous, I just started laughing.
You started laughing?
Yeah, I just started laughing.
Oh my
I don't know if that was my coping mechanism, but I just remember laughing. The doctor was like, people usually get scared.
Yeah.
How are you laughing?
I would have passed out.
I don't know. You just see the blood and I just start laughing.
That's how crazy. That's manic, bro. That's insane. My first patient was a denture patient. Yeah. It was I'm not going to say his name, but I remember his name very clearly. I don't know if you remember.
Wait, so if you want to show them an edit of getting his treatment. Oh, said his name again.
You said his name. You're going to have to bleep it. That's
bleep
you.
That again, yeah.
Yeah. No, my first patient was a denture patient. I don't know if you remember. He was my first ever patient, and we found him out of nowhere.
Was it the one with the gagging reflex?
No.
Oh, then who was
he was the one going back home. He was traveling.
Okay.
And so he came up to us and he told us, he was like, I want to fix my teeth before I go back home. Okay. And we were like, okay, that's fine. We'll do it. You know, we'll try our best. He's like, okay. And then he was leaving in 2 weeks. There wasn't enough time to make a denture. And he's like, I don't want my kids to see me like this.
No.
He said that. And on the spot, I had to leave the cubicle because I started crying. I was tearing up, and I was like, damn, imagine my dad saying that, you know, and he wouldn't want us to see him like that. It was so emotional. And it was
just... able to do anything for him?
No, he left. Yeah, he left. It was very sad. You
have delayed it for
No, I mean, they're workers, you know, they got to go back home. So, yeah. But yeah, that was my first ever patient. But then ever since then.
So that doesn't work it doesn't count as a patient because you didn't actually work on that.
No, I mean, we took an impression for him. Okay. Yeah, that counted as a requirement, as the beginning of a requirement, but we didn't do much after that. That was my first patient. So, but I guess that that helped me learn, because like it helped me not put emotions in the way of patients. Because now I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, all of us. Now it's
yeah,
like normal. It's something
yeah,
we do on a daily
yeah.
basis. Is this related to your patient?
This is not related to my patient. I actually should have talked about this before
Yeah, I
earlier.
think so. That's today's item.
Actually, no,
You
not
want to keep
yet.
it the end?
No, no, no. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna
Okay,
get to it.
okay, okay.
Um, yeah, but as I was saying, I feel like that really helps us, like progress.
Yeah.
Because I feel like now,
Like this is probably advice you could give to students of going like becoming people like going to the clinics or like
becoming professional,
becoming professional
professional,
and like starting the clinic soon. The best advice is take it easy.
and you can't help everyone.
You
You
can,
cannot.
and everything comes with time. Like
Yeah.
time actually builds character and builds skill. And like when you hear about these people telling you, oh, you need experience like to get better, and they 100% mean it, and it's actually fact. So don't take it for granted, the statement. Work on your skills, learn things that you don't know how to do and you're not comfortable with, because you're going to be needing all this information and the motor skills,
Yeah.
psychomotor,
Yes.
psychomotor skills for the future.
For sure. Okay. Challenges of dental school, or we can say medical school. We can go with
that is a good topic.
challenges.
Where do you start from? You want to start with something that is actually probably what people like struggle with the most, which I would say is
Or
time
something.
management.
Okay, go on.
Time management.
Yeah.
You might be saying that, oh, I can't do something or I can't go anywhere because I have so many assignments to do, so many lectures to catch up on. The harder the courses, like going from, for example, the easy courses like English to anatomy to jumping into histology, and then a huge jump into oral medicine, which is what we're struggling with right now. Midterms are coming soon, and oral medicine is probably the hardest course we have.
Very hard.
With all the stress and the work you're piling up, if you stress yourself so much and not have fun,
yeah,
you won't be able to like cope.
For sure. 100%.
Make sure the best tip is to manage your time correctly. There's definitely time. If anyone tells you, oh, I have, like, whenever I used to have friends that used to tell me, oh, I have uni, I have assignments, I can't go out.
There's no way.
We're all in uni.
Yeah.
And we all have stuff. And like people from business would be telling me this. I'm in medicine and I was complaining so much, So those people probably didn't manage their time as well as I did. So like make sure there's time for studying, make sure there is time for having fun, time for working on yourself, whether that's like mentally, physically going to the gym, time for family, that's very important. So schedule your time, whether by you want to wake up early, like at 6 a.m., and then finishing your day early, or if you want to be a night owl and do it overnight, make sure there is time for everything during your day. Don't focus so much on studying. Don't procrastinate and keep everything, all the studying till then. Be like, okay, I'll have fun first and then studying. No, and then don't do the opposite of like, I'll study everything, and that's just depressing.
Yeah.
Manage
for sure.
It's probably my best tip.
Yeah, and just to add on to what you were saying, I also think it's very important who you hang around, because I feel like 100%. The right people, your friends will always tell you, hey, let's go study. After we can go have fun, and they'll do both with you. But the people that are not your friends are going to tell you, hey, forget about it. Let's just go have fun right now. Yeah, and I feel like I learned that the hard way. It's really important who you
Our
hang
guest
around.
would probably have better advice when it comes to relationships. He's like, I would say he is the expert at relationships. But he once told me that choose the right person for the right topic. Let's say you want a friend for studying. You specifically want him for studying. You don't want to involve him in anything else.
Yeah.
You want someone to have fun with. Okay, I'm gonna have fun with you, and then done,
nothing else. Yeah.
And try to choose a person or be a strong friend with someone who's gonna help you grow as a person.
Exactly. 100%.
If you stick around people that are not gonna like make you reach any higher levels or not gonna make you improve as a person, you're
There's no
just
point.
there's no point.
They're gonna drag you down with them. Yeah.
Just so relationships are important, and make sure you decide and choose the right people.
Yeah. Which brings me to my item for today.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is?
We'll get a close-up picture here as well. I used to have a cat, so I'm guessing this is for a cat.
It's a cat collar, yeah.
Cat collar, yeah.
So I brought this as my item today because my cat Tarzan, picture of him right here.
Yeah, picture of him right
Yeah,
there.
he's cute. So when I was stressed, so because the topic, well, the question now was challenges of dental school, I was struggling. Second year, as we said, I didn't have many friends. I just kept to myself, and I was just playing my games. At one point, I got so depressed that I got a cat.
Yeah.
I did not tell my parents. I did not tell anyone. I just got a cat. His name is Tarzan. This is his collar. I still have it, and so I would hold on to him, and I would just like sleep, and it would just make me feel better.
We would put him in shot right now, but he's currently not here.
Yeah, he's not here. I took him to Canada, and he's stuck there now, but he's happy. He's with the family. He's in a bigger house. He's good. He's doing good.
Neither is my cat. Also a picture of her, Amira.
Amira.
I used to have
cutie.
a cat, but also my sister got a cat, so we had to choose one, and I have to give my cat Amira away. Oh, a picture of my sister's cat as well. Her name is
Coco. Yeah, she's cute.
So yeah, having someone around is nice, whether it's a person or an animal.
It is, yeah. Animal. He helped me through all the toughest times. I can't imagine getting through that without him. So that's why that's my item for today. The first day. So it's just that's what helped me get through.
Talk about whatever it is. What doesn't have to be dental related. Something that has a meaning behind it. So we talk about it.
Exactly. Brings me to my last question. What advice would you give to students that are just starting out, first year?
We're gonna be speaking about this topic. We are going to have mini skits or sketch segments throughout the episodes where we actually talk to students and actually ask them for their opinions. But on the spot, if we're gonna talk about it like this, what was the question again?
What's your advice to students that are just starting?
Advice who just started clinics or just
no, someone who's in first year now and they don't know what's ahead. What is your advice to them?
You know, it's so funny how I think about saying this thing, and when I used to hear it myself, I would be like, what is this? No way this is real.
Okay, what?
Every piece of information you learn now, you're gonna be needing it in the future.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. It's so ironic how used to sit in your seat.
Yeah.
First year, be like, what do you mean learning this?
Yeah.
In fifth year, learning that. And then I'm saying it now. Trust me, wallahi, everything you learn is for a reason.
Anatomy, all of anatomy, we were like, we're not going to be like, medical doctors. We don't need to know the whole body. You need to know it. They ask you about it every year.
Dr. Shaib specifically, if you're in our uni, Dr. Shaib is going to be asking you the anatomy of every nerve you anesthetize.
What's the nerve that runs through this?
And where does it go from? Where does it originate from? What is the supply?
Yeah. Where does it end? Everything.
Every piece of information, even the sequence of your study plan is made for a reason.
Yeah, it's very important. Obviously, I think things should be taken with a grain of salt, but also like everything is important. Everything. That's actually really good advice, Even I would be sitting in like calculus class and I'm like, I'm not going to need to know this.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point,
it just shows that we're actually getting older. Like every time I think about saying something, I will like, oh, once I was in your seat, I was in your shoes.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's this guy talking about?
I know.
But now that we're actually in the situation, I would easily say that it's actually true,
Yeah.
What about your advice?
My advice. I think my advice, I would say my advice is don't be too hard on yourself. I would say you do well on an exam, good for you. You studied, you worked hard for it. You don't do well, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Just know that, hey, I didn't study as much for this exam as I should have, and I will. I will take the precautionary measures that I need to do well on this next exam.
Yeah, 100%.
The more you're hard on yourself, the more you're just going to ruin your own life, and you're going to make it hard for you and everyone around you as well.
Yeah.
So I think go easy on yourself.
Yeah, instead of beating yourself up of something that happened in the past and cannot change, use that energy to put it into the future and get better and evolve. And if you're not happy with something, use that negative energy and put it into positive energy. And this is good advice.
Yeah, exactly.
We came a long way, man.
Yeah, we did.
And a long way.
Yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, thank you. I
like see when he came up with good topics today, and I'm actually really proud of him. I wanted a strong start to the episode, to the show, and this is actually an amazing start. We showed them what we're actually coming here for, what to actually talk about, and there you have it. Did I say there you go this episode?
I don't think you did. How many times did you say last episode? 20.
We're gonna make a reel of it. I think I said over 20 times. There you go.
So thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of
DS Talks.
And we hope you guys learned something. We hope you'll tune in again next week on Sunday. We'll have an even more interesting topic next week that you'll be leading, that I'm looking forward to. We'll have new coffee. We didn't talk about the coffee today.
We were supposed to have...
we were supposed to have new coffee, but I just came back from the clinic. You're on your way to Abu Dhabi soon, so we have the same coffee. It's still just as good as it was.
Good, yeah.
So always a pleasure having Camel. Anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.